This episode of the School of Life podcast is brought to you by the School of Life Academy, an online platform providing millennials with the tools and resources needed to survive adulthood. From understanding stocks to building a business, writing the perfect resume, and even healing your childhood trauma, SOLA has you covered. Start your 7-day free trial today at www.schooloflifeacademy.com.
Wow, Sinatra.
Another day, another dollar. I'm saving just to be broke. They said college was serious, but my degree feel like a joke. 4 years or less, I'm saying I got it done. No plan, just to end up at my mom's after I told her I wasn't staying. Well, here we are. No question, I'm a star. Just got some light years to travel, but it's just so far. But I'ma make it though. Make sure you get your focus right. You coming too, it's about to be one hell of a ride. Yeah, this adults and stuff is crazy. They ain't warn us about this. I'm supposed to live my best life on an unpaid internship. How I'm supposed to find my husband? Everybody running game. I guess the more things change, the more they stay the same. Went from worrying about on flow to running from Uncle Sam. Now I understand why student accounts never gave a damn. Saving accounts be slipping, trying to work out, but I'm tripping. I forgot health insurance. Oh, I'm my mom's until I'm 26, so I gotta pay these student loans. That's adults with the score doing the most. That's adulting. Moving out of mom's house. That's adulting, but it's all gonna work out. That's adulting. I need a legal side hustle. That's adulting, cause these bills got me in trouble. That's adulting. Journey's course is never planned. That's adulting. Just leave it in God's hands, cause that's adulting.
Hey friends, welcome back to another episode of the School of Life podcast. I hope you are doing well, staying safe, and most importantly, minding your own adulting business in this crazy, crazy world. Listen, my world lately has been, interesting. I don't really know how to describe it, but I'm okay. Like, I'm good. I keep saying it's something in the air because life is just lifing out here. And I'm not gonna lie, I be annoyed with it all sometimes. But nonetheless, things are moving and shaking in a few areas. I'm resting more, I'm pacing myself, I'm taking the unnecessary pressure off. And most importantly, y'all, I'm wearing less and going out more, okay? But safely. I don't need y'all in my DMs cussing me out. I know. Wear my mask, keep my distance. No, seriously, I am enjoying the space I'm in and just really like thriving as the young woman that I am growing to be. Aside from lifing, my job is going really well. I know I mentioned on the last episode that I had a new job, even gave the team a little shout out. But it's going really, really well. And Lord knows I don't want to jinx it in this episode, but it is. And I'm truly thankful for that. In the spirit of Hustle and LLC Twitter, I thought it was very fitting to have a convo about 9-to-5s because I don't think I've had one before. And sometimes 9-to-5ers kind of get lost in the sauce. Now, disclaimer, I am an entrepreneur too, for those who are new around these streets and didn't know. But my 9-to-5 pays the bills, okay? So I never get it twisted because 9-to-5 pays the bills, 6 to 10 builds the empire. Anyways, I was in a meeting a few weeks ago and it dawned on me that I really do enjoy my job. Like, I love my team. I love the work I do. I love the culture. It's great. And I got to thinking because y'all know I'm an overthinker. I said, wow, Jay, how did you get here? How did you get to the place where you are comfortable and you can truly enjoy working a 9-to-5? Like, in all the madness of racism, ageism, and sexism, you don't deal with that at your job. Like, it feels like home. And y'all, I really just had a moment of gratitude because I've experienced all three of those isms in my short career. I kid you not. I opened up my podcast notes on my phone and I made a quick reminder to create an episode on this topic because let's be honest, who's talking about thriving in a 9-to-5? Everybody is chasing the entrepreneur bag, and rightfully so. Salute to them. But there are people who actually want to simply enjoy their career, and that's who I want to talk to today. If you are a member of LLC Hustle Gang Twitter, come back next week. I got you, boo. But today, it is all about my 9-to-5ers looking to thrive. So friends, grab your notebook or your tablet because School of Life is in session. Okay, now that we got Hustle Gang out of here, let's chat, friends. No, seriously. Why do some entrepreneurs think everybody want to start a business? Like, hello, I like my benefits, my salary, and the impact I'm making. Now, don't get me wrong. I can easily speak from both sides of the coin because I'm an entrepreneur and I work a 9-to-5, and both have pros and cons. But my problem that I'm more so kind of being shady towards today, it just comes because social media really tries to bully people who have 9-to-5s. Like, where did that even start? Anyways, I wish they would just chill because some people really do enjoy the life they're building. In my introduction, I mentioned how much I had grown to love my 9-to-5 and how I had a moment of reflection a few weeks ago and all of that. And even now, like talking about it, I'm thinking of that same moment with so much gratitude because it takes a lot of hard work, pride, humility, and grace to get to this point. And in thinking of that, it reminded me how much I've grown in those areas when it comes to my career as a whole. Because let's be honest, it wasn't always sunshine and roses. Some jobs were pure hell. Like, the job was hell on earth, literally. Well, you know what? Pause. I'm going to take that back. The job wasn't hell. The manager was. And if I see her in the streets, no, I'm just kidding. They could probably arrest me for saying what I was going to say. If I see her in the street, just get the bail money ready. But anyways, the bottom line is that I have grown so much, and now I can fully appreciate what my 9-to-5 means in the grand scheme of my entire life. And I know that's like a lot, but that's how important it is. So if you're out there and working a 9-to-5, wondering how to get to that place or maximize it in order to grow as a professional, to get on the next level, this conversation is for you. So let's chat. First, let me remind you that there is purpose everywhere you are. I don't care if you are the manager at Arby's. There's purpose there. Now, I won't get all deep about purpose because I need more time, but just know where you end up in life is by accident, okay? So act like you know that the next time you walk into your job. You're just not there to be there. You're there with a purpose, on purpose, for purpose. So walk in that, talk with that, and act like it. Secondly, when it comes to growing as a professional, you want to think about who you are as a person. So what areas are you actually strong in? What do you actually bring to the table? Then assess the opposite. Where do you need improvement? So for example, because y'all know I love using my life as an example, my areas of strength include my organization skills, my high level of communication, and what I like to call my people gathering skills. And honey, I bring the table to the table, to be honest. No, I'm just kidding. But seriously, overall, I bring a spirit of liveliness. And like, that's just me, Jay, the person. Now, the opposite, I can honestly say, I can improve in a few areas. My patience being one of them. No, seriously, I hate that question because it really forces you to sit down and think, like, what can you improve on, sis? Like, you need some self-reflection. But no, my go-to self-reflection piece is my self-induced pressure. And it's because it can be so negative sometimes. Like, the pressure I put on myself is crazy, and that spills over into a lot of areas of my life. So that would be mine. Now, remember, when talking about taking kind of like that inventory of where you are as a person, I'm talking about you literally as a human being, not as a professional yet, just as a human being. Because our character is our character, right? Like, with or without the title of a professional, your character stands. So regardless if I'm a director or a delivery girl, I'm a great communicator. And this step is important to understanding how to maximize your 9-to-5 because sometimes we get caught up, trying to skip basic character assessments. And it just doesn't work like that. When people talk to me about career changes or about their career or challenges, I'll be honest, I always have to ask, okay, who are you? What are you taking to the work table? How do you as a person contribute to where you are in your life? So I'm going to ask you that same question. Who are you really? Think about that. And then once you have an honest answer, think about who you like to be as a professional and what that actually requires. Now for this, I'm not talking about what path you want to take as a professional, but again, your character. Like, what does your professional character look like and say about you? I know that's a heavy lift, but that is very, very important when you talk about maximizing where you are and growing as a professional. And then from there, you can truly map out what maximizing your 9 to 5 actually looks like. So I'm a big believer in people and the ideas around being decent human beings. Like, I feel like if you are a great person, like a great human being, you can conquer anything, you can get anywhere, because being a decent person is very rare nowadays. But it just does something to other decent people. Like, they instantly can connect. So when you can relate to people, build relationships, be self-aware, which is very important, and be a good person, you're good. Like, you literally won half the battle. But this is important because maximizing your career, at least in my opinion, really boils down to how you put yourself in front of other people. It's kind of somewhat that simple. So when I think about maximizing a career, I think about 3 things to put into practice. Y'all know I love to give you 3 things to think about, and I'm going to share those with you. The first thing, seek opportunities for personal growth at your job. So most jobs have training classes and resources for all types of things. Like, take advantage of that. It's probably free anyway. So aside from showing your supervisor your initiative and willingness to grow, it literally helps you. And I'll just come out and say it. It's okay to be selfish. Like, do what you have to do for you at the end of the day. Think about it. If you've done your self-assessment and you know you need to be a better communicator, what's stopping you from taking that organizational communication training that your job is offering for free? Nothing but your pride or laziness. Like, am I right? Like, if my job offers something on patience, I need to be up in there because your girl ain't got none for the foolery. But here's the truth. Whether you stay at the job or not, like, you putting yourself out there and taking advantage of those opportunities help you. You have the skills. So why not be selfish and take advantage of those opportunities, because they'll benefit you and your job will pay for them. We love a good sponsored opportunity, okay? The second thing, get a mentor. Now, I know jobs can be a little tricky sometimes, but I'll be honest. You don't know everything, friend. Let that sink in. You don't know everything. I don't know everything. As much as I want to, I don't know everything. We just don't. Like, we just don't know everything. And the sooner you realize that, the faster you can grow and maximize where you are in your 9 to 5. So find someone who's doing something similar to what you want to do. Ask them questions, show interest in the projects they may be leading, and then shoot your shot in asking them to be your mentor. And with that, like, you really do have to ask somebody. You can't just assume that they'll be your mentor. Like, ask them. And I'll give some personal advice here as far as mentors. A mentor doesn't have to become your friend. So, like, don't look out for the person who may lay, good hair like you in the office. Like, I don't know. Like, they don't have to be your bomb bestie. They're there to help you grow professionally, right? They're a mentor for a reason, and you probably have enough friends, so don't go out looking for a friend. Truly look for a mentor, and don't limit yourself in the way that you seek mentorship. And since I keep it transparent here, that includes race, y'all. That's what I was trying to get to. You'll be surprised what you can really learn from someone different from you in every way imaginable. So just open your mind and be open. Like, I'll never forget my time at NASA being highlighted by an older white man who was an engineering director, and his mouth was so smart. I was one of his speechwriters at the time, and at first I was like, oh no, this is not going to work because But I kid you not, he was a great mentor and professional colleague that taught me a lot about just being confident as a Black woman. Like, of course, he don't know what it feels like to be a Black woman, but he's been around enough to know, like, how to help them navigate the space that he pretty much can walk into, freely. So I stayed close to him. Like, I took his advice, very seriously. Now, had I stayed close-minded because he was an older white man, I possibly could have missed out on a great mentor who really did help me navigate my career at NASA. So open your mind to what mentorship can look like, because it can literally take you to the next level. Another point I want to make here is to actually do the work of being a mentee. I don't have all the answers for exactly how to do that, but I guarantee you a quick Google search will give you tons of articles or books to read on the subject. What I mean here, though, is reach out, not just when you want something, but check in, ask questions, go to events with your mentor, ask them how you can support them, like actually show up and do the work. And then the third piece, actually show up and then ask for more. So not show up for your mentor, but more so show up in your work. So I'm not talking about asking for more money, right? I'm talking about asking for more responsibilities. Now, before y'all crucify me, I'm not saying work to the bone. I'm not saying maximize your skills by putting yourself out there to just be overworked and underpaid. What I'm saying is maximize your skills by putting yourself in a position to actually showcase your skills. I'm going to repeat that. Maximize your skills by putting yourself in a position to actually show your skills. Your boss may not even know you're great at Excel. They may not know you are a bomb public speaker, but you want to put yourself in a position to showcase that. Prime example, in one of my first jobs straight out of undergrad, I was hired to do high-level assistant work. Great, no problem. Love the job, love the boss. But I kid you not, 4 months in, and I was sitting in a communications meeting offering my suggestions. And it's because I asked, I let my boss know, hey, I'm interested in learning more about XYZ. My degree is in communications. I would love to assist with the communications team, as my work allowed. And she agreed. She liked that. She loved that initiative that I took. And then I showed up and I did the work. So I didn't go to her, saying all that and then get on the communications team and didn't do nothing. Like, oh no, you gave me a chance. See, look, this is the thing with me. Don't nobody have to give me the full opportunity. You crack the door, baby, I'm busting the doors down. Like, all you have to do is crack it and I'm running through it. And that's the mindset you have to have when it comes to your career as well. Like, put yourself out there. Now, I know every job and every supervisor isn't happy-go-lucky and they may not want to see you spread your wings and show your skills and do all these great things. But what does it hurt to ask? Nothing. It hurts nothing to ask. In fact, they may even feel crazy for saying no the first time. And they may come back to you like, you know what? Yeah, we would like you to lead this project or to talk to this person. Like, put yourself out there. I challenge you to show up more for you. How people know you good at graphic design if you don't even open your mouth to say good morning and share that with people? Like, come on, show up for yourself. That's how you actually maximize your career. And I'm not saying do it for the job, because at the end of the day, the growth we need to see is in you. Honestly, I don't care about the company you work for. I don't care about the job you do. I care about what you get when it's time to leave that company and go on to your next. And if you can get the experience working on a new skill at said company, that benefits you. Remember at the beginning, I talked about being selfish. Like, let's be selfish. Short story, real quick. And I'm going to make it real quick. When I had the job, that first job out of undergrad, I kid you not, putting myself out there to work on a communications team is what set me up to get the job at NASA. Like, NASA, yes, like, wow, that's still amazing. But imagine had I not put myself out there. Like, imagine if I just stayed at my desk and did my high-level assistant work, which there was nothing wrong with that, but I knew I had more to bring. So because I put myself out there, I didn't know I was going to find a job at NASA. I really didn't. Like, that was never the intent. I didn't get to NASA, I think, till like a year later, but I had already set myself up. So you see how God just already be working? So don't be afraid to put yourself out there and ask for more so that you can show up more, so that when it's time for your next, you have the tools necessary and you've already shown, like, I can do this. And then the same thing happened when I left NASA and I took a job with Gwinnett County. And then the same thing from Gwinnett County to my current role. So literally in every job that I've had, I have been very vocal about what else I want to do, what else I want to learn. I've connected with people. Everybody hasn't always said yes. Like, there have been people like, no, it's okay. But guess what? Give me the crack in the door. Remember, I'm busting it down. And that's the attitude you have to have, because just like that, I took my career into my own hands. And you can too. You're not stuck, boo. You're just transitioning. And honestly, transition is a beautiful thing. So embrace that. Figure out the things you need to do to take yourself to the next level, and then do them. Before we get out of here, wow, this has been a super, super great episode. Y'all know I have to give you some homework because it wouldn't be the School of Life podcast without homework. So this week, I challenge you to choose one way you're going to maximize your 9 to 5. So you can start with a self-assessment. You can sign up for a training that your job offers. Maybe you want to ask to lead an icebreaker on a team call. Y'all know we living in the world of Zoom nowadays. Maybe you want to implement a new skill or show the team something new. Like, whatever it is, choose something, show up, and do the work. Like, that's my challenge to you. We can maximize our 9 to 5s. We can have successful, thriving careers. We don't have to be stuck, but it's really up to us. So figure out how you're going to maximize it and in what area, and then go out there and do it. And if you're like, Jay, it's so many things, I don't know where to start. I think the first one would be that self-assessment. Like, who am I as a person? Who am I at my core? And then thinking about, how that translates into your professional world. And if you forgot everything I said, just rewind and go back and listen to that part. Look, the sky's not the limit, y'all. Go out there and create the path you want for yourself. All right, friends, that wraps up another fabulous episode of the School of Life podcast. I am wishing you well in your 9 to 5 and praying that you continue to thrive. I am proud of you. You got this. Go do what needs to be done. Remember, check out the School of Life Academy at www.schooloflifeacademy.com and follow us on Instagram at the School of Life Academy. Also, be sure you follow me, your favorite best friend, on Instagram at _MISSJAYE. I'll also be sure to tag it in the show notes. As always, I hope you learned something new or gain some kind of new insight, because that is why I show up for this podcast. Listen, we're all in this together, boo. Keep fighting, keep pushing, keep evolving. Talk to you soon.
I gotta pay these student loans. That's adults with the score doing the most. That's adulting. Moving out of mom's house. That's adulting. But it's all gonna work out. That's adulting. I need a legal side hustle. That's adulting. 'Cause these bills got me in trouble.